Yes, middle class. Middle class. Middle class now.
Sí, me dijeron
Yes, they told me that you were planning to go back early this afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've had a very busy day last
Yeah, exhausted.
today. Yes, they told me that you wanted to leave just now. Because some people were not feeling well. And,
Yeah.
were you able to visit Che Guevara's
Yes,
mausoleum?
yes, we did,
Sí,
yeah.
señor, lo visitamos como
Fantastic.
fantástico. I really appreciate very much that you took the trouble of coming to this province to see the school and to see Che Guevara. Now you visited the monument to Che Guevara. I'm very appreciative. Manelo.
Pasaron por donde está.
Sí, pasaron también por la sala de historia.
Says you also went to
Por los dos
the
lugares
history.
pasaron.
Yo creo que llegaron al memorial, estuvieron muy... Sí, nada más
So
el
you
primero que
visited the
tú
inside of the mausoleum.
estuvieron...
Y el canal va a
But there were interviews there.
Resistí el ruido de la guerra.
You know what? I resisted the noise of the war that you produced last night.
Me acordaba de ustedes, Venezuela.
I remember what you told me about being noisy. More
Was it
than
as
the war.
noisy as war?
¿Le pareció que era tanto el ruido como el de la guerra? More. More than the war.
El edificio temblaba.
You know, the building was shaking.
What?
No.
No, no tanto. Yes, it was. Yes, I'm serious.
En el momento
The building was
vibraba.
shaking, you know.
Sorry.
Lo lamento mucho. No, it was all right.
Contento, se vio que estaba
Everybody
fuera
was
del
very
edificio.
happy. We could realize that the building was still strong. But it vibrated, you know, with your music and your dancing and your own performance on stage.
Ustedes todos los espectáculos lo hacen en teatros.
Do all your shows, your performances are in closed theaters, or do you perform in the open also?
Sometimes in the UK we play in big stadiums.
Sí, en el Reino Unido también tocamos en estadios abiertos. Y en Europa, en festivales, tocamos en espacios abiertos.
¿Y cómo es el espacio abierto?
And how is it in the open in a stadium? Does it sound that strong?
No.
No suena
Not quite as
tanto,
good.
no se siente tanto en el espacio abierto.
Espacios
Well, in a closed space, I can assure you that it was felt.
It's easy to trap people in this closed space. They can't
Dice
go
que es
away.
más fácil atrapar a la gente dentro de un espacio cerrado porque nadie se puede huir.
No escape.
No hay lugar donde escaparse, están todos atrapados por el ruido.
nadie quería escapar.
And nobody wanted to escape anyway.
No. It's
Cierto, cierto.
one of the best nights we've ever done.
Realmente fue una velada muy agradable, una de las más agradables que hemos pasado.
Salieron a las 10 de la mañana.
Yes, you left this
¿A qué
morning
hora
at 10.
almorzaron?
At
Yeah.
what time did you have lunch? Around noon.
3 o'clock?
Como a las 3. Como a las 3.
Very good.
Y el menú de aquí de Villa.
And what about the menu? Was it good food? Was it a good meal?
I ate all mine and somebody else's.
Sí, que sin úlceras para nadie, todo el mundo bien. Muy bueno menú.
Ellos eran mierda.
You're living on Wednesday, you said, right? You live in Cuban Wednesday. What kind of...
Or maybe Tuesday.
quizá el martes, no es seguro.
De aquí para allá.
From here you go to Havana, from Havana you're flying where?
London.
A Londres. Viajamos de regreso a Londres.
We have lots of work to do back home.
Porque tenemos mucho trabajo que hacer.
Denmark next week.
Tienen que ir a Dinamarca también la semana próxima, tienen contrato en Dinamarca la semana próxima. And do you take some days off?
No.
No, nada.
Están igual que yo.
Then you're working just like me, no days off.
Got a good work ethic.
Sí, pero no es lo mismo la voz.
Yes, but it's not the same thing. Your voice, you need to rest it.
No, his voice is gone.
I smoked too much and drank too much rum last night.
Dice que el problema fue que anoche bebió y fumó demasiado. Bebió demasiado ron y fumó, por eso tiene la voz un poco tomada.
No le
pero no le
vamos a
afecta.
regalar ni ron.
So we are not going to present you either with rum or tobacco, or cigar.
I drank and smoked them all already.
No, dice que no importa porque todo lo que se ha fumado ya, imagínese, se lo está fumando por adelantado.
Bueno, yo dije que venir para cenar o almorzar.
remember I had said I would like to invite you to have you for lunch or dinner before you go? We can arrange that in Havana so that you can tell me more, because today I know that you want to go back and we still have more things to do here.
¿Cómo ustedes se arreglan para
I want to know, how do you manage to sing with all that noise and all that strength that you put in your playing?
I've got a Napoleon complex because I was born so short. I feel the need to prove it.
Dice que tiene complejo napoleónico, como es tan bajito, le gusta gritar para oírse, sentirse más alto. You're taller than Napoleon.
Yeah, just about.
y más
And more skillful, and you move faster than him, I'm sure. Napoleon had to move on a horse. But I'm sure that puts a lot of strain on you, a performance like that.
No, not really. I mean, I've been singing in in school. I sang in choirs.
No,
You know, in
tanto,
Welsh
no
choirs.
tanto, porque yo
Since I
desde
was about
pequeño
11.
cantaba en la escuela, en el coro, siempre he estado en esto de la música y estoy
I've
adaptada.
been doing it for a long time.
Así que durante mucho tiempo he estado en
Yo
esto de la
también he
música.
estado mucho tiempo usando
I have
la
been
voz.
using my voice for a long time and I still feel the strain.
Your speeches are longer than our
Pero sus
concerts.
discursos son más largos que nuestros conciertos.
Sí, pero no hay que hacer tanto esfuerzo.
Yes, but I don't have to put so much effort into that as you
No tengo que
do.
hacerlo en la cabeza.
Mine is only in the brain. Yours is in the brain and your body.
Curso escrito, me pongo a meditar, a reflexionar.
I rather like to meditate with the people when I'm making my speech. I work it out at the moment.
Y yo realmente primero pronuncio los discursos y después los
You know what I do? I first make the speeches impromptu, and after that I write them down.
Yo los pronuncio y después los hago.
First
Me debe llevar por una idea.
First I say them, and after that I have the ideas in my mind. And it's only after that with the stenographers and also they have taken that I sort of rewrite it.
Pero luego lo repito, porque no es lo mismo el lenguaje hablado que el
And of
lenguaje.
course you need to correct it because it's different, the written language to the oral
Habla
language.
con el énfasis,
Because
con
when
el
you're talking, you have the
tono.
possibility of all these emphasis and the
Si
cadence
puedes
and
repetir
all the
una
rhythm.
palabra otra vez.
You can repeat a word, be more emphatic if you want to.
Pero nada de eso se
But
puede
none
escribir.
of that shows in the
Por
paper. So you
Yeah,
need to
eso no sale en el
restructure
papel.
the sentences
Entonces
sometimes
tiene
in
que
order
quitarle el orden. para la-
and then also the syntaxes
Es
in the
un
word order
adjetivo.
sometimes to reverse it in order to emphasize what you want to.
Un adjetivo delante.
Sometimes the adjective you have to put it in front of
Nosotros
behind.
ahí tenemos una ley que se llama Helmholtz, una ley de los
There is a
norteamericanos.
Helms-Burton Act by the Americans, passed by the American Congress, which has caused lots of damage to us.
Ley asesina.
And there is another act which is called the Cuban Adjustment Act, and we call it the Assassin Cuban
Y esto
Adjustment
dice-
Act. So
It's in our song, Baby.
Asesina ley. Dice asesina ley.
you say a murderous Cuban Adjustment Act,
Y ya.
and it doesn't sound the same way to
Ley
me
asesina.
than to say that this is
La
a
asesina
murderous
ley.
law.
Yeah.
It's the difference between speaking and then writing it down.
Ah, I see,
El
yeah.
hábito de
It doesn't
las
sound the
palabras.
same way when you read it and when
Yeah.
you
Bueno,
speak
entonces
out.
no lo voy a
Well,
retener
I
más.
won't continue to abuse your time. I will let you go
Oh,
now.
it's a pleasure. It's a
No, por
pleasure.
favor, es un placer. I hope I will be able to see you
Y si
before
se
you
fuera el
go.
martes, ¿a qué hora
And
sería?
if you were living on Tuesday, at what time would that be? So for me to have an idea of when I would have some time with you.
Evening, late evening.
Sería por la noche, al
La noche,
anochecer, al
porque los
atardecer.
aviones hacia Londres salen.
Yes, because the plane
A las
to
10
London
más
fly about 10 or 11.
Yes, that's right.
Si
Yeah.
llegan,
Exactamente. So if they arrive in time,
así cualquiera de los dos.
on time I mean, because we will find some time before you go to meet you again.
Okay.
Okay, muchas
Very
gracias.
much.
Thank you very much for having come. Thank you.
Bien, llegado.
Thank you for having come here.
Tú eres el que tú estabas con la camisa
You
roja.
were the one jumping last night. Mira los callos que se hace.
No, tiene menos
Song man.
but not work hard enough. When
No,
there's,
dice que no ha trabajado suficientemente duro,
I need
entonces
them on
tiene
all.
las manos suaves y por eso se le hacen ampollas. Tiene que trabajar duro con las manos.
Sí, ya lo vi ahí.
But you did a good job last night.
¿Dónde está el
I could
otro?
see that. Where's the other one? Yeah. Oh. Over here.
It's very red. Hey.
Muy bien, te vimos allí.
We saw you there.
te vimos allí.
playing the piano very
Estaban-
actively.
alguien me dijo que estaban repasando.
Somebody told me
La
that before that you
canción
were
de Elian.
rehearsing the Baby Elian song.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimsy.
No, I just mean.
Gypsy.
Sí, ahí no estaba esto.
There with battery.
El artillero mayor no estaba ahí.
Yes, the main man in the artillery.
Yeah.
El jefe de la
The man with the
artillería.
heavy artillery.
Never stop.
The muchacho
Tú
del
viniste
campo.
con ellos y te vas ahora. No dejen ni la representación aquí para ver el acto.
Que ayer salimos tan contentos del concierto que fue la
He said,
mano.
Helena, last night you were celebrating after the concert.
Bueno, como me dice que no le importa fumar, yo le mandaría unos
Says, as you
puros
don't
de...
care about smoking and
Hay que
drinking,
averiguar
I will send you something else.
¿Cuál es la más
And we'll need to find out which is your favorite.
It all makes my voice stronger.
No se preocupe, que eso lo que hace es fortalecerme la voz.
El ron, sí.
Rom, yes.
Yeah,
Good
las
for your
cosas.
voice.
Oh.
Bueno, le mandamos de las dos
Well, we'll
cosas.
send you both and you'll
Que lo
manage
guarden en un
yourself.
museo, se lo regalan.
You can give it to your friends.
Lo voy a
Okay,
dejar.
we'll leave you now. Thank you very much to you all for coming.
Pero nos veremos.
Glad to see you
Bueno, entonces,
¿Quién fue el que tocó la...?
un muchacho que se llama
Pero de aquí, ¿o
Sate.
cubano, músico
Cubano,
cubano.
sí. Músico
was a
muy
Cuban
joven,
musician
muy
playing it
muy
last night.
virtuoso.
¿Cubano aquí o
Cubano,
está
sí,
allá?
cubano aquí, cubano aquí. El teatro.
invitando a que nos acompañen en la gira por la calidad, la expresión que
Ellos quieren.
ellos quieren
Sí,
que
ellos
acompañen en
pidieron.
la gira internacional.
¿Cuándo?
Cuando quiera. Trumpet player, you're invited to come
Anytime.
over.
Yeah, we'd like to.
When will start tour?
In the summer for the big
Será en el
festivals
verano,
in the
para un
UK.
festival en el Reino Unido,
Maybe
lo quiero
50,
invitar.
60,000 people
That's
watch.
okay with us.
Quizás 50, 60 mil personas irán a ese festival a las afueras de Londres. Es un festival muy grande que se celebra.
Pero nosotros podemos reunir más.
But we can have the larger audience, he says. He said 50,000 people. ¿Por qué no viene? ¿Por qué no viene usted?
Porque el gobierno no me va a dar visa.
The UK would not give me a
No, pero es en
visa.
Inglaterra.
De Gales.
Es en Inglaterra.
Óigame, es en Gales, ¿sí?
Gales del
Wales,
Sur.
Gales.
Wales,
Yo
William.
vi que estaba la bandera de Gales.
Yes, I could see the flag there.
Yeah.
¿Cómo
On the
se llevan
stage.
ustedes con los escoceses?
How do you get along with the Scotch? With the
Good,
Scots?
very
With the
good.
Scots well?
Yes.
Sí, con los escoceses bien.
Son tres.
Three.
Irish.
Three of them. Irish, Scotland.
English.
Los ingleses.
No hay que, yo no le pregunté.
I didn't ask you about that.
Para no comprometer.
I don't want to make noise about that.
Pero se ve.
But I could see.
Y muchas gracias por la bandera cubana.
And thank you very much for having the Cuban flag on the stage. Thank you.
It's an honor.
Para nada, hijo.
Bien, que tengan buen día.
Well, all the best to you.
Okay.
Por allá.
Al ministro lo dejan aquí.
You leave us the minister here and you take the musician with you.
Ah.
Vamos para allá.